Well, g'day, everybody. How's it going? It's Wednesday, the last week of October. I don't know what the date is today. 29th, maybe? 30th. Because tomorrow is Halloween. And I think that's the 31st. Here we go, off to work. Let's get some windshield action going here. Should have done this earlier. Yeah, those brand new wiper blades still sitting in the back of the truck. It's as bad as Kevin when he had to change his out. For a year, every time I get in his truck and he'd turn them on. So, hopefully you got a halfway decent view there. The sun's trying to creep out a little bit. Let's go to work. Oh, fun and excitement. What's been going on? Not a whole lot. Got the intro video out for the what's rattling up here? Got the loose dashboard stuff. The intro for the heap for y'all to see. I got about, I don't know, 10 other videos. Actually did one Sunday that you guys won't see. It's one of the last ones I'll do before it actually gets moved out to Kevin's new place. Looking forward to that. Went and saw him on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Big hang up right now is when he's actually getting the keys. The closing date is November 11th, which is actually Memorial Day? Veterans Day. Veterans Day. Which I'm pretty sure is a bank holiday. So I don't know how that's going to work. Although he was saying from his realtor, the banks actually have to have their paperwork done several days in advance, and then it's all the filings and all that stuff. But I don't know how the realtor gets the keys. Does he have to go to the bank, or does they get them from the selling realtor? Or I'm not sure. So he's trying to push that up to where Kevin gets the keys either the Friday or Saturday before, so that'll give us that first weekend. We can start moving him in. He doesn't have a whole lot of stuff, not like me where I pack rat things away. And I did play around with the 84 Chevy a little bit before work on Monday. Trying to source that leak. I cannot find it. I have no idea where it's. I shouldn't say I have no idea. I think it's coming from, there's a little control valve on the exhaust. I think it stays closed when the motor's cold, right, a little more back pressure, and then opens up as things warm up. I think it's leaking from around there. There is a, that's also right at the collector, if you would, for the exhaust manifold into the collector pipe. Boy, just gonna grab me nuts back there in the back of this truck, creaking. But I tightened the bolts down a little bit. I think I got it to go away a little bit. It still chugs pretty good, but I have a fix for it. I'm waiting for a little bit extra money. It should be showing up here. I did a transfer. I'll show you all that when the bits and pieces come in. But I'm going to plan on I'm going to do an overall tune-up on the truck. I think it's about time. Maybe we'll even sucker Kevin into helping. We could use his new shop. We'll see. What else? Yeah, took the caddy out for a spin on Sunday, I think that was. I can't even remember now. Took her for a run around the lake. weekend. I haven't talked to her yet, but the lady I get my scrap from, she wanted to finish cleaning out her shop this coming weekend. It's supposed to be this last weekend, but she got a 1 week extension from her landlord. She didn't choke down there. She didn't bog down. That wasn't on the floor, but that goosed her pretty good. I've been having that problem with this truck for the last, oh geez, I don't know, several years. Could never figure it out. I'd change sensors, I'd tune it up, just always did it. More so in the cold than in the warm. The last time I put fuel in this thing, I went to mid-grade. Seems to have gotten rid of my hesitation issue. All she wanted was a little more octane with the intake and headers, throttle body spacer, and K&N filter, and catback exhaust, computer chip. Yeah, she just wanted a little more octane to run good. Yeah, it's going to cost me in the long run, but yeah, what the heck. I think my fuel economy went way up again. Still gotta fix this trip odometer, right? And I'm not smart enough to write down the mileage on the regular odometer and keep track of it that way. Get your blinker on, twinkle toes, get it over. It'll give you so much space. Beamer drivers. But yeah, that black Jeep, that's going to be some fun. You had a little snippet of it in that last Sunday video if you watched the whole thing. Saw the kind of what the Jeep's looking like right now. I gave you a little sneak preview. I got all the footage of the different things I've done to it. Fun. Fixed a few things on it. Only spent literally, I think I only bought one part for it. That was the headlight switch. To get the headlights and everything working properly. And the only reason I did that is because I was not sure if Kevin was going to get his house or not. And I thought if the more I can fix on this thing, make it a little more appealing if I had to sell it. Now that he's getting his place, I don't have to worry about it. But still, it's nice to, nice to have working headlights. At least till we smash them on something. Work's been boring as usual. I was out on the flight line on Friday. A whole lot going on, so I wound up watching a movie on the plane. I think I mentioned that over the weekend. Yeah, Kevin's getting excited about his new place. I'm not going to do a whole lot of video showing his new place. I'll let him do that on his channel. Go over and check him out, Kevin92XJ, if you want to see his new place. Ultimately, it's going to be his idea for things to do out there. I'll make suggestions. He was a little bummed out he lost his team lead position, so that's a couple bucks an hour, but it's going to free him up for a lot more weekends, though, too, for actually doing stuff. Maybe he'll put up some more videos. Maybe he'll start getting some revenue from YouTube there. He's had one payout. Keep plugging along. I get a check every month right now. It's not very much, but I'm getting about 140 bucks a month right now. dragging along. I've gotten so used to advertisements on YouTube now anyway. But I'll be 100% honest with you people. This is how I run it. When I watch videos that you guys put up that I subscribe to, I let the video play. If it's one of those lame, 5 or 10 minute videos, I usually just let it play and go run and grab myself something to eat, or go do something for a minute or two, go hit the restroom, whatever, and then come back. Now if I'm watching a video that I just catch off the sidebar on YouTube, they're one of the suggested views or something like that, and it's a long video, yeah, I usually skip over it. If it's one of the short videos or short commercials, 30 minutes or whatever, 30 seconds, then I'll usually just let it play. But yeah, if it's not somebody I subscribe to, I'm not going to sit there and watch a big, long, boring. I've had them be, 2.5 hours before for like a 10-minute video. I haven't had that in a while now, but that's kind of how I run the YouTube thing. Those of you that I subscribe to, and I don't subscribe to all my subscribers. I'm trying to keep my subscriptions, people that I watch on a regular basis, down a little bit. Otherwise, I'd be spending my whole day doing nothing but watching YouTube videos. I spend enough time as it is sitting there watching videos. And it's not like I don't appreciate you guys that do subscribe to me. Thank you very much. Never thought that I don't want to say be where I am, but that's basically what it is here on YouTube. There are 1,000 subscribers, and I'm picking up several a week right now. Get in and check out the analytics every few months. Definitely picking up more than I'm losing. This month, I can't remember how many I've gained, but I lost 2. I've definitely gained more than 2, so. It amazes me that I'm able to do something that's interesting enough to entertain some of you folks. Hopefully going to be able to find enough entertaining stuff to record here over the winter. Well, Kevin and I did mention he'd still like to go back down to the LeMay Museum again, and I've never been to the museum. I've been to the grounds. I'm going to go check that out. Still got to go hit up the Museum of Flight there in Seattle too. I haven't done that yet. Just got an exact replica of the, I can't remember what model it is, I think it's a Lockheed. That's the same model plane that Amelia Earhart was flying when she was lost to the world. Somebody restored this thing to look just like her aircraft. The museum was able to obtain it and put it in their collection. They flew it in. I didn't catch that. I wish I kind of would have. They flew it in September. And it's in the museum as a permanent static display now. They're not going to fly it anymore just because of the rarity of the aircraft. Not so much that I think they're worried about wrecking it. It's more parts to maintain it. They don't make these parts anymore, so try to keep it as original as possible. Yeah, in the spring I'm going to try to hit the, what they call that out here at Payne Field, where all the old warbirds were out. Eyes open for that. Aviation Day, I think is what they call that. That was cool. I'm going to try to show up a little bit earlier this time. Catch it from beginning to end for you guys. You can almost see the Olympics over there. I don't know if you guys are you've seen it on your screen there. But the last couple of days have been so nice and clear and sunny. Getting back into our weather regular pattern. Supposed to get some rain this week, I think. Try to remember, I got something I'm going to mention to you guys on the drive home. I've made a couple videos on it, but I never put them up, so I'll give me something to yak about on the drive home. I'll get in here and see what kind of fun and excitement I'm going to be tortured with today. Looking at another week before I even get an aircraft to work on my very own. Yeah, I put mid-grade in this thing. She runs better, she idles smoother. Never would have thought about it, because I don't think the instructions for that computer chip said anything about running higher grade fuel. Of course, with all the ethanol they put in the gas nowadays, that higher grade, that mid grade, is probably the same standard grade that you could have bought 10 years ago. It worries me that ethanol, it eats rubber fuel lines. There's a couple of states that are actually trying to outlaw ethanol. I'm all for it. They say it burns cleaner, but I don't know, if it's just going to eat up your fuel lines. That's more money you got to spend to manufacture replacement parts. And, although the replacement manufacturers, I'm sure, are loving it. I'm 57. Right on time. Hey, look, Black Cherokee. Actually, I went up to the hardware store the other day, and parked in front was the Black Cherokee in stock trim, same wheels and everything. I don't remember if it was black leather interior or not, but blue and silver thing on the right there almost looks like Ken's old truck that he used to have. Interior than his was, though. That jacked up pile of 94 Chevy that he bought that was beat. Told him not to buy it, but oh no, he wanted a big old jacked up truck. Sucked down on the fuel, head gasket was going, lost a ball joint. This generation 4x4 truck does not like to be lifted. Alrighty, another successful venture into work. See y'all in a few hours. Oh, it's a little chilly out tonight. Summer is definitely gone. Have to turn the heat up in here. Moisture on the window. Wipers now suck. It's official. Have to get them swapped out here. Holy cow, 11:07 in the evening. Weasel out of overtime tonight. It was line move night. Over in the building I'm loaned over to, the 24 building. For those of you that know anything about Boeing. It's 3 doors down from our standard assembly line, 2 doors down. Crew I'm loaned onto is on mandatory overtime. However, line move didn't go as planned tonight, so we weaseled out of that. We stopped work on the aircraft at 7:30. which is right after lunch. My lunch ends at 7. So we had half an hour to get up there. Tools down at 7:30. Do a cleanup. Plane was supposed to have moved by 9, so it gave us an hour and a half. It didn't start rolling till just before 10. And they're still in there trying to put everything back. There's Chris in his Super Duty. But looks like tomorrow I'll probably be doing some overtime. Don't think we're designated this weekend. They were going around just asking for volunteers. And of course, kind of a touchy subject depending on who you talk to. Me being on loan, we're supposed to be following the same rules as the crew we're loaned to, but my boss is trying to fight that just because the lack of work right now, the lack of workable work. They're behind schedule, but it's nothing in my work package that I can do. There are 200 and some odd jobs behind right now on the one airplane I was on today, but my package, there's only about 40 or 50 that are mine, but none of those can be touched. They're all held up for one reason or another, so don't know how that's going to work out, but I don't think I'll be working this weekend. Hopefully not. I get my new airplane next Friday in my position, so that's going to be a load of fun. Hopefully next weekend I won't be mandatory, but I'm anticipating lots of overtime coming very soon. And 10 after, let's hit the road. Good enough. So, yeah, we didn't pull any planes outside today. We just moved them forward in the building. So I've been pretty much just sitting around on McKeester all evening getting paid $36 an hour to BS for the last, well, 3 hours basically. Yeah, from about 8 o'clock till 10, so a couple hours. What's this guy gonna do here? Gonna yield to me because I'm the one that's got the through lane. New parking lot on the right there they just opened up or just expanded. Yeah, I mentioned a little bit ago in the video on the drive-in something I was trying to push through the works, but it didn't pan out. I was looking at buying a little piece of property out past Granite Falls, about 10 miles, 3 acres, 3.5 acres, $49,000, raw land, all trees, no utilities on site, although they were on the power was on the main road. Could not get financing for it. Kind of bummed about that a little bit, but I got pre-approved for $100,000. I got pre-approved for a $275,000 construction loan. I couldn't afford the down payment on it. I could afford this $49,000. That would have been very easy payments. I had the money for the down payment ready to go, but no banks would touch it. Just not enough in it for them, basically. Tried to do an owner finance, but they came back and says, nope, not interested. They wanted cash outright or financing. I did find a bank that would have given me the money for it, but needed power on the street was okay. It could be run onto the property, no problem. It had a septic area, so there was a plan at one time. They says that's doable, but there was no well on the lot, and there's no access to a community well anywhere here. So they says, nope, not going to happen. And on top of that, they wanted a livable structure built within 2 years. And I says, no. I was was just looking to get a piece of property, hang on to it for a while, build eventually, but not anytime soon. So we've scratched that off the list. I'll keep my eye on it. If they drop the price or if I get more money saved up, something can be arranged, great, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it. It was a nice chunk of land too. I went out there several times, took Kevin out with me. All trees. I got lots of pictures on the computer. I'm probably throwing you on this one. Would have been pretty cool. A little bit of cleanup. You would have had an incredible view of Mount Pilchuck over a little pond on the property. Pond kind of led over into the neighbor's property too, so. Oh well. Guess it just wasn't meant to be. Yeah, I think this is so far the coolest night coming home we've had here. It was a little chilly out. Of course, it could have just been me hanging out all afternoon, not really moving and working, so. Another week of boredom. It all pays the same though, right? The truck sure is running good though with this mid-grade fuel in it. I'm impressed. Like a brand new rig again. We'll get this into the computer. I'm going to try to get another one of the heat videos uploaded for you guys tonight. Probably start that while this is loading into the computer, so maybe coming up first. Got to go through my collection there, figure out what the next video was. They kind of got all jumbled up in the file. Some tuning. She runs pretty good. Kind of misses when it's cold. Take a little RPM into her. Hopefully that's just cap and rotor. I've run it enough to get good fuel through it, so hopefully that's cleaned out the. And actually, I did put some injector cleaner in it too, I think. Probably saw in that initial video she didn't really want to run. Bad gas. Sitting around for so long, put some fresh fuel into it. But was going to do a cap and rotor on it, just toss it on. Kevin said to hold off. He wants to do a new cap and rotor on his Jeep, just clean up his old ones and throw them on. But in the meantime, I mean, it does run, it does fire up every time now. The batteries hold the charge. You know, I got it charged up and running, drove it around the block, actually around the lake the other day, so just got that annoying exhaust leak. I got something coming to fix that though. You guys will see what that is here in the next week or so, hopefully. This thing's running super sweet again. Red Jeep, I gotta get out of there and tack on that bracket. Sounds like this weekend is gonna be wet, so we're probably gonna get it done this weekend. Hopefully be doing some scrap running, so I'll see what I can get for some steel to fix that with. Stiffen that little piece a little bit more. See what I can come up with. Mustang's got that. Assuming that's a modification for the three-way blinker there. Oh, something I was going to mention earlier. Forgot all about it. One of my favorite movie producers died. Stuntman Hal Needham passed away the other day. directed Smokey and the Bandit, Cannonball Run, Stroker Ace, did a lot of work with Burt Reynolds. I bought his book earlier this year, was reading it. Pretty instrumental in getting the stuntmen of the movie industry on the map, getting them the respect they deserve, basically getting them unionized. 82 years old. I forget how many bones they said he broke. 60 something. But yeah, it's a pretty good book that he put out about his stunt work. A little insight on his movies. Things that he's done throughout his life. Cars merging from the right. Get out of there, Mr. Subaru? Ford? Can't tell from here, looks like a Subaru. Putzing along at 54 miles an hour. Talking with a guy that I worked with about 4 years ago here at the Boeing Company. Hadn't seen him for a while. He went out to where Kevin's working and came back into the factory. So we've been reminiscing about all the people we both used to work with. Hard to believe it's been 4 years since I've seen this guy. Time has flown by. Guys that we worked with, Julio, actually, if you go back and watch when I drug the red Jeep home, he's the guy that went with me. Yes, he just turned 70. Still working strong. Haven't seen him in a couple years either. I guess I saw him last year. He came up to the factory for recertifications. He hunted me down. Another guy, Leo, he retired. Got joint problems, knee problems, probably mostly arthritis. Thought he was moving to Florida, but I guess he's still up here in this area. He's got a bunch of stray cats he takes care of. I guess he couldn't leave the cats alone. Couldn't abandon them, so. See if I can hunt him down too and go say howdy. Last time I really worked with him was when I still had the Crown Vic, the old cop car. He's the guy that got me those wheels with the tires that had the white letters on them that I put on the car when I sold it. Went and did some work for him, and we helped a buddy of his in a storage unit. He wanted to get rid of those tires. I didn't have the cash on me. Leo went ahead and fronted the money and then helped him do some other stuff. And he says, yeah, we're even. So there's actually no cash out of my pocket. Helped him haul some lumber and build some shelves and move some stuff around. So okay, heater's working now. Tomorrow is Halloween. Shouldn't have to worry about the little kitties by the time I come home, especially probably about 1 a.m. Not looking forward to this because it is just dead. It'll be a whole 10 hours of standing around hoping to try to get something done. Oh joy. she's running a whole lot better to put that mid-grade fuel in. A lot more responsive, likes to rev up a little bit more. Good deal. Some leaves on the road. They're starting to really come out of the trees. Drove through Everett on Saturday when I came back from Kevin's place. I'm sure piled up on the shoulder in downtown, one of the curbs and whatnot. It's kind of nice crawling up on the roof of the house. I think I put that video on Saturday. Seeing the colors through the neighborhood. Really nice sunsets here lately too. But anywho, I think I'm going to shut up. Almost back to the house. Get you guys uploaded into the computer and onto YouTube. Get a heap video up for you guys. Don't know what we're going to get into this weekend. I may take you along for my scrap run. Although she doesn't like to be on camera, so probably won't show you anything from her shop. But otherwise, y'all be good. We will catch you all in the next exciting video. Bye-bye.